In this series you will learn the hidden secrets, interesting details, and the essence of the secret experimental department of demon hunters. And, however, everything as usual: secrets, intrigue, investigations, and of course clashes with demons. Enjoy watching. As previously stated, Power promised Denji to let him touch her breasts 3 times if he'd save her beloved cat Miauka. And he kept his end of the bargain, so she decided to keep her word and give Denji what she promised. Pure called him to the bathroom while Aki was somewhere in the kitchen. At first, the boy didn't understand why she was calling him to the bathroom. Maybe she hadn't flushed again, or maybe she had done something wrong again. He walked toward the girl with some apprehension. But when she pointed to his chest, reminding him of her promise, his heart raced faster. There was an awkward pause, now the moment when Denji could fulfill his cherished dream, his goal that he had set for himself not so long ago. Is it so easy? You set a goal, pass some obstacle, and there it is in your hands, in the literal sense of the word. So that's the significance of the goal Aki was referring to when he told Denji about fighting for nothing. Who will come to you at night? Ignore is a demon. Like and subscribe, sweet Power. It's so exciting. He and Power are in the same room, just the two of them. He's never been this close to a girl, not counting Mikima, but Mikima is different, it's not that easy with her. Of course, Denji's true goal was to touch Mikima's breasts, but for now, Power will do just as well. And now she's already pushing him up. We have to make up our minds, it's now or never. Crossing the line of embarrassment, Denji reached forward and touched Power's chest. Immediately some liners fell out of her. Was that a fake boob? Denji certainly wasn't expecting that. He was shocked. But that didn't stop him from continuing his business. He touched 2 more times, and the emotion just can't be described. Power was happy, and Denji was a little dazed. Is that all it was? Somehow he had imagined it quite differently. Of course it's nice, but still, it would probably be much better with Mikima. Hopefully, someday he would still be able to find out and try it out in practice. After such stress, he couldn't come to his senses for a long time yet. He only came back to reality in Mikima's office. He was acting strangely, so she noticed him and asked if he was all right. The guy opened up to her and told her what had happened. His thoughts were that maybe the whole point is the dream, not the moment when you reach it, but the process itself while you're walking to it. Perhaps that is the way it is. As the saying goes, a samurai has no goal, only a path. There must be some truth to those words. Then Mikima decided to show him what a real dream is. That it could not be replaced by something similar. She understood that the real goal, the real desire for the boy, was her, not another girl. Then, she took his palm in hers, and he felt her touch. It was something special, the kind of feeling he had never experienced before. He felt her body with every cell of his body. It was as if a current was running through his hand, pleasant and not at all shocking, more of a pulling in. He wanted to feel it again and again. But then it was as if he was struck when Mikima slid his hand from her face a little lower, to her chest. He touched her. This is what real dream achievement feels like. He touched her and bounced back sharply. It was incredible. It must have been what he had been waiting for all along. This was the kind of emotion he wanted to experience as he walked toward that dream. After that, the girl decided to get down to work. She told Denji about a certain firebrand demon. Once upon a time, when guns were made for hunting, people bought them for more violent and disgusting purposes, such as crime, murder, and violence. This created a huge fear of guns, and as we remember, the scarier the name of the demon, the stronger it becomes. Because the scarier the name, the scarier the object, the essence of that demon, and so people are very afraid of it, and demons feed on fear. All this was accumulated over long years. All this fear was spread around the world very quickly, through the media and other sources of information. And it was justified, which can't help but be frightening. And then one day, a terrible terrorist attack with firearms took place in the United States. It was a point of no return of sorts. It was the beginning of a one-way road, and it was clearly going to be an unhappy one. Because it was on that unfortunate day that the demon firearm appeared. The little boy lay at home because he was sick again. He was often sick, but he was not very fond of bed rest. Though his parents tried to cheer him up in every way they could. Then a little older boy ran into the room than the one in bed. He suggested that his daddy go play in the snow, because it was lovely weather outside. It turned out that the boys were brothers. Unfortunately, Daddy couldn't leave his youngest son unattended. So it was as if he paid more attention to his little brother than he did to his older child. Then, the younger boy decided to support his little brother and agreed to go play in the snow with him. The older one wasn't very happy about this outcome, because he wasn't particularly interested in playing with younger children. But it was better than playing alone, so he took him along. Once outside and away from the house, the boys quickly cheered up. And now they were already having an active snowball fight among themselves. After playing a little, the younger brother's hands got cold, because he had forgotten his gloves at home. No problem, now he quickly ran to get them and come back to continue the game. While Junior ran to get the mittens, the older one decided to wait for him outside. That's when the irreparable happened. It was at that moment that the demon firearm appeared. With his appearance, he created a huge, destructive blast wave. In the path of which, unfortunately, was the boy's house. In just a second the little boy lost everything, his loving family, his little brother, his happy life, and his reasons for joy. He was not alone in this grief, for millions more people around the world were affected by this explosion. It was the only and final appearance of this terrifying demon. After that event, little fragments scattered around the world like some kind of shell casings, pieces of that very demon of a firebrand that he had blown apart into. But somewhere there is its main body, to which these particles seek to reach. The energy is so strong that they reach for each other, merging into one. A special department, led by Makima, is just working on a case on the demon firearm and gathering these particles into a small pile that would be able to pinpoint the whereabouts of this demon more clearly. The girl asks Denji for a favor. He must kill the demon of the firearm, and in return she would fulfill his every wish. Somewhere by the sea, after killing another small demon, Aki and his faithful partner Himino found another piece of firearms. Makima made up a small posse, which included Aki is the leader of the group, Himino is the one-eyed girl, Hirokazu is the big boy, Kobeni is the coward, and of course our favorite fellows Denji and Power, who wouldn't be without them. The entire team is sent on a mission to a certain hotel where a demon with particularly strong energy has been spotted. Perhaps he once ate a piece of firearms, which should be removed from him. After wandering around the hotel, finding only a small demon head and killing it, the guys couldn't discover anything. Until they got lost in the four walls in the literal sense of the word. They were stuck on one floor, trying to leave it, they came back again. What the hell was that all about? In any case, it scared the hell out of Kobeni, as it did the rest of the squad.